So we will be now categorizing the domestic income. Okay, this is the last part of the aggregates. Now the domestic income of a country is earned both by the private sector as well as the public sector. It is measured by net domestic product at factor cost. Now, what are the private sector income? It refers to the part of the domestic income which is coming only from the private sector. Next is, it is a part of the domestic income coming from the government sector. Now, government sector, we know it is of two parts. First, it includes the income earned by the government department like railways, ports, telegraph, etc. and from the property earned by them. How do they earn from the property? Through rent and interest. Next, it is the savings of the non-departmental enterprises like different government enterprises like Air India, BSNL, LIC, MTNL, etc. These are the government enterprises. So the undistributed profits of these enterprises comes under the income from the government sector. Okay. So the domestic income is divided into two parts. It is income from the domestic product coming from the private sector and income from the domestic product coming from the public sector. Okay. Now we will be going to the private sector. Private income. Private income refers to the income which accrues to the private sector from all the sources within and outside the country. First we did domestic income, now we are doing private income. So private income means the income from the private sector coming from all the sources, whether it is within the country or outside the country. So the factor income, it includes both earned by the by the factors of production, that is factor income, as well as it includes the transfer income also. So very first is factor income. Now, there are two sources of factor income for the private sector. The one is income earned within the domestic territory, known as the income from domestic product, and income earned outside the domestic territory, known as the net factor income from abroad. So the very first one is the factor services provided by the factors of production to the private sector. So the income that is coming from them, that factor income, which is within the domestic territory and which is from the domestic product. Next is, it is outside the domestic territory. Okay, and that is, we are providing factor services outside the domestic territory. So we are earning factor income from abroad. So it is the net factor income from abroad. So one is from within the country, one is from outside the country. Private income. Okay. So one is the factor services provided within the country, another is the factor services provided outside the country. Next is transfer income, that is the unearned income. The transfer income is also received from two sources: income received within the domestic territory, income received from outside the domestic territory, known as the net current transfers from the rest of the world. So one which is income received, which is the unearned income within the domestic territory, it includes the national debt interest and current transfers from the government. And the second is from the outside, that is the net current transfers from the rest of the world. We know net factor income, net factor income from abroad, NFIA, everyone knows. Okay. Now we will be coming to the transfer incomes under private income. Okay. Now this transfer income is this unearned income. Okay, this is both for the private sector as well as the government. Okay, now under the private sector, now first transfer income under the private. Sometimes the government borrows funds from the public, okay, in order to meet its rising expenditure. Such debts are generally used by the government for consumption purpose. Hence, interest paid on such debt is treated as the transfer income for the private enterprise. So, as we studied in the government budget, many a times the government to meet its expenditure, it does what? It borrows funds from the public. So such debts are generally used by the government for consumption purposes. Hence, interest paid on such debts is treated as a transfer income for the private enterprise. Current transfers from the government includes all transfer receipts from the government in the form of scholarship, unemployment allowance, subsidies, etc. Such transfers always are positive as they are one-sided. That is, they flow from government to the private sector. Obviously, this unemployment allowance, these scholarships which we get through schools and colleges, these are one-sided transfer. They flow from government to the private sector. Net current transfers from the rest of the world, it refers to the net gifts and remittances received from abroad. It is positive when transfers received from abroad are more than transfers paid to abroad. However, if transfers paid to abroad are more than transfers received, then it is negative. Obviously, we have studied in the BOP chapter. When we are getting money from abroad, it is positive. When we are paying more to the abroad, it is negative. Okay, so whenever we get remittances, we get gifts, we get donations from the rest of the world, it is we are earning money from them. Okay, so these are the net current transfers from the rest of the world, and it is positive in nature. Now we will move to the next part, that is personal income and personal disposable income. Okay.